Question 1. What two harmful substances usually collect in the bottom of compressed air storage tanks? Option A. Hydraulic fluid and antifreeze. Option B. Water and compressor oil. Option C. Coolant and diesel fuel. The correct answer is B. Water and compressor oil. Bleeding your tanks daily is crucial because compressed air naturally introduces water and compressor oil, which collect in the bottom and are bad for the system. Question 2. Which type of foundation brake mechanism uses a push rod to move a slack adjuster that twists a camshaft? Option A. The S-cam drum brake. Option B. The wedge brake. Option C. The power screw disc brake. The correct answer is A. The S-cam drum brake. Operating the most common braking system on the road involves air pressure moving a slack adjuster to twist a camshaft inside an S-cam drum brake. Question 3. To prevent your vehicle from rolling away and causing injury when left unattended, you must. Option A. Leave the vehicle in gear with the engine off. Option B. Apply the parking brakes or chock the wheels. Option C. Turn the steering wheel sharply toward the curb. The correct answer is B. Apply the parking brakes or chock the wheels. Stepping out of the cab for even a moment demands that you securely apply the parking brakes or use wheel chocks to prevent a deadly rollaway. Question 4. This next question is tough. Stay focused. Why do brakes on a heavy vehicle tend to get out of adjustment so quickly? Option A. Because of continuous ABS pulsing. Option B. Because the air compressor vibrates the slack adjusters. Option C. Especially when they are hot. The correct answer is C. Especially when they are hot. Checking pushrod travel frequently is crucial because heavy use causes expansion, and brakes can get out of adjustment very quickly, especially when hot. Question 5. Warning. This question is harder than it sounds. Why is it important to continue fanning off air pressure to check that the spring brakes come on automatically during a test? Option A. To reset the ABS ECU. Option B. To prove that the tractor protection and parking valves will pop out when pressure falls to 20 to 45 psi. Option C. To clear moisture from the lines. The correct answer is B. To prove that the tractor protection and parking valves will pop out when pressure falls to 20 to 45 psi. Fanning the brakes down to 20 to 45 psi proves the emergency system works, as the tractor protection valve and parking brake valve should automatically close, pop out. Question 6. Stay alert. This is a highly deceptive question. In a dual parking control valve system, how do you release the spring brakes using the separate air tank to move the vehicle in an emergency? Option A. Push the control in. Option B. Turn the valve a quarter turn. Option C. Pull the button all the way out. The correct answer is A. Push the control in. Moving a disabled bus out of an intersection requires you to push the secondary control in, letting air from a separate tank release the spring brakes temporarily. Question 7. What is the typical cut-in pressure for the air compressor governor? Option A. Around 100 psi. Option B. Around 85 psi. Option C. Around 125 psi. The correct answer is A. Around 100 psi. Monitoring the dashboard gauges will show the governor allowing the compressor to start pumping again when the tank pressure falls to the cut-in level of around 100 psi. Question 8. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. In what specific scenario is it acceptable to fully apply the brakes in an emergency without modulating them? Option A. If you always drive a straight truck or combination with working ABS on all axles. Option B. If your trailer has ABS but the tractor does not. Option C. If you are driving an older vehicle without ABS. The correct answer is A. If you always drive a straight truck or combination with working ABS on all axles. Responding to a hazard while driving a fully ABS-equipped combination vehicle is the one exception where you can just stomp on the pedal and fully apply the brakes. Question 9. If your truck has ABS equipped on only one axle, does it still provide a safety benefit? Option A. No, ABS must be on all axles to work. Option B. Yes, it still gives you more control over the vehicle during braking. Option C. Only if it is installed on the steer axle. The correct answer is B. Yes, it still gives you more control over the vehicle during braking. Driving a mixed combination where only the tractor has anti-lock capabilities still gives you more control over the vehicle during braking than having no ABS at all. Question 10. How do you test the service brakes? Option A. Pull the parking brake while moving forward. Option B. Fan the brakes until the wig-wag drops. Option C. Move forward slowly, about 5 miles per hour, and apply the brakes firmly using the brake pedal. The correct answer is C. Move forward slowly, about 5 miles per hour, and apply the brakes firmly using the brake pedal. Checking for a vehicle pull or delayed stopping requires moving forward at about 5 mph and firmly stepping on the brake pedal. Question 11. Focus here. This is a high-fail question. How much will the air brake lag distance add to the total stopping distance at 55 mph on dry pavement? Option A. About 15 feet. Option B. About 32 feet. Option C. About 61 feet. The correct answer is B. About 32 feet. Cruising at highway speeds of 55 miles per hour on dry pavement, the time it takes for air to flow through the lines adds approximately 32 feet to your stopping distance. Question 12. Don't let this trick question catch you off guard. During a walk-around inspection, what is the standard requirement regarding the thickness of the brake linings? Option A. They must be at least 1 inch thick. Option B. They must not be dangerously thin. Option C. They must be completely flush with the drum. The correct answer is B. They must not be dangerously thin. Checking the foundation brakes requires a visual inspection of the friction material to ensure the linings are not dangerously thin. Question 13. Stay sharp. You'll need to think about this one. If you try to manually place the wig-wag drop arm out of view before system pressure reaches 55 psi, what will happen? Option A. It will lock into place temporarily. Option B. It will sound an alarm buzzer. Option C. It will not stay in place. The correct answer is C. It will not stay in place. Starting a cold truck with an older manual reset wigwag means the warning arm will physically not stay in place until the pressure in the system goes above 55 psi. Question 14. What shape is the standard parking brake control knob found on the dash of newer commercial vehicles? Option A. A yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Option B. A red octagonal knob. Option C. A round blue knob. The correct answer is A. A yellow, diamond-shaped knob. Setting the brakes at a loading dock requires you to pull out the standard yellow, diamond-shaped push-pull control knob. Question 15. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. Which standard inspection step is replaced by the final air brake check on vehicles equipped with air brakes? Option A. The hydraulic brake check in Step 7. Option B. The engine start in Step 3. Option C. The in-cab inspection in Step 4. The correct answer is A. The hydraulic brake check in Step 7. Completing your pre-trip routine on an air-braked vehicle means you must perform the specific air brake checks instead of the hydraulic brake check shown in Section 2. Question 16. Beware of the hidden trick in this next question. If your ABS malfunctions while driving, what happens to your braking capability? Option A. You still have normal brake functions. Option B. You lose all braking and must rely on spring brakes. Option C. Your brakes will lock up automatically. The correct answer is A. You still have normal brake functions. Encountering a yellow ABS malfunction lamp means you should drive and brake normally, as the standard air brakes remain fully operational even if the anti-lock feature fails. Question 17. How does driving a tractor-trailer combination with ABS alter your normal braking procedures? Option A. You must pump the brakes rapidly. Option B. You should brake exactly as you always have. Option C. You must apply full pressure immediately in all stops. The correct answer is B. You should brake exactly as you always have. Transitioning to a modern ABS-equipped rig does not change basic driving technique. You should brake as you always have, using only necessary force. Question 18. During the spring brake pop-out test on a combination vehicle, what exactly falls to the manufacturer's specification of 20 to 45 psi? Option A. The air pressure in the reservoirs. Option B. The temperature of the brake drums. Option C. The voltage of the ABS system. The correct answer is A. The air pressure in the reservoirs. Fanning the foot pedal depletes the stored air, and when the air pressure falls to 20 to 45 psi, the tractor protection and parking valves should close. Question 19. When do automatic slack adjusters normally perform their self-adjustment? Option A. During full brake applications. Option B. When the parking brakes are engaged. Option C. When the air compressor cuts out. The correct answer is A. During full brake applications. Maintaining proper brake stroke in a modern truck relies on the automatic adjusters, which adjust themselves during full brake applications. Question 20. What pulls the brake shoes back away from the drum when you release the brake pedal? Option A. The S-cam reverses its rotation. Option B. A return spring. Option C. The slack adjuster pushes them. The correct answer is B. A return spring. Lifting your foot off the treadle valve lets the S-cam rotate back, allowing a heavy return spring to pull the shoes away from the drum so wheels roll freely. Question 21. A lot of test takers get this wrong. Listen closely. What type of valve allows the driver to apply the spring brakes gradually? Option A. Modulating control valve. Option B. Quick release valve. Option C. Front brake limiting valve. The correct answer is A. Modulating control valve. Experiencing a service brake failure might require you to use the dash-mounted modulating control valve to gradually apply the spring brakes for a safe stop. Question 22. What does a supply pressure gauge specifically tell the driver? Option A. The current temperature of the brake drums. Option B. How much pressure is in the air tanks? Option C. The exact pressure being applied to the brake chambers. The correct answer is B. How much pressure is in the air tanks? Monitoring your dash instruments during operation includes checking the supply gauges to see exactly how much pressure is stored in the air tanks. Question 23. This one tries to trick you. Listen closely. How does the push-pull parking brake valve in a dual parking control system operate? Option A. It requires a special key to unlock. Option B. It is a push-pull type used to put on the spring brakes for parking. Option C. It is a toggle switch on the floor. The correct answer is B. It is a push-pull type used to put on the spring brakes for parking. Setting the brakes on a bus with dual controls utilizes a push-pull type valve specifically designed to put on the spring brakes for parking. Question 24. Take your time with this one, it's difficult. During a static leakage test on a single vehicle, engine off, brakes released, the loss rate should be less than. Option A. 3 psi in 1 minute. Option B. 2 psi in 1 minute. Option C. 4 psi in 1 minute. The correct answer is B. 2 psi in 1 minute. While inspecting a straight truck's pneumatic integrity, you must ensure the air loss rate remains under 2 psi in 1 minute. Question 25. Be careful. The choices here are very misleading. When using the proper braking technique on a downgrade, how often should you repeat the snub braking cycle? Option A. Only twice per descent. Option B. As often as necessary until you have reached the end of the downgrade. Option C. Every 10 seconds. The correct answer is B. As often as necessary until you have reached the end of the downgrade. Managing your speed downhill requires you to brake to 5 miles per hour below your safe speed, release, and repeat this as often as necessary until the grade ends. That's the end of this practice test. Did you answer at least 80% of the questions correctly to pass? Let's move on to the next one. Question 26. Listen carefully. The wrong answer looks very right. When testing the applied air leakage rate on a combination vehicle, engine off, brakes fully applied, the pressure drop must not exceed. Option A. 3 psi in 1 minute. Option B. 2 psi in 1 minute. Option C. 4 psi in 1 minute. The correct answer is C. 4 psi in 1 minute. Holding the foot pedal down firmly in a tractor-trailer rig requires checking the gauge to ensure the pressure does not drop more than 4 pounds in 1 minute. Question 27. If your vehicle does not have automatic air tank drains, how often should you drain them? Option A. Once a week. Option B. Every 1,000 miles. Option C. At the end of each working day. The correct answer is C. At the end of each working day. Completing your driving shift means you must manually drain the tanks at the end of every working day to expel moisture and oil and prevent brake failure. Question 28. What happens when the ABS lamp stays on after the bulb check? Option A. You may have lost ABS control at one or more wheels. Option B. The ABS is actively functioning. Option C. The brake shoes are out of adjustment. The correct answer is A. You may have lost ABS control at one or more wheels. Starting your engine and noticing the ABS lamp remains illuminated indicates you may have lost anti-lock capabilities at one or more wheels. Question 29. Listen closely. This is a tough one. What is the likely result if an air compressor governor does not keep enough air pressure in the system? Option A. It may not provide enough air pressure for safe driving. Option B. The safety valve will blow out. Option C. The brake drums will overheat rapidly. The correct answer is A. It may not provide enough air pressure for safe driving. Identifying a faulty governor during the cut-in/cut-out test means it must be fixed, as it may not maintain enough air pressure for safe driving. Question 30. When testing the air compressor governor cutout pressure, what exactly will the air gauge needles do when cutout is reached? Option A. They will drop rapidly to zero. Option B. They will stop rising. Option C. They will fluctuate between 100 and 125 psi. The correct answer is B. They will stop rising. Revving the engine to build pressure during an inspection requires watching the gauges. When the governor cuts out, the air pressure shown will simply stop rising. Question 31. This question is designed to confuse you. Stay sharp. Does ABS decrease your normal braking capability? Option A. Yes, it slightly increases stopping distance. Option B. No, it does not decrease or increase normal braking capability. Option C. Yes, by reducing air pressure to the foundation brakes. The correct answer is B. No, it does not decrease or increase normal braking capability. Applying the brakes forcefully will activate the ABS only if wheels are about to lock up, meaning it neither decreases nor increases your vehicle's normal braking capability. Question 32. Listen carefully. This is an advanced level question. Why is a heavily loaded vehicle at risk of taking a long distance to stop if the spring brakes come on automatically? Option A. Spring brakes do not work on all axles. Option B. The extra weight overheats the springs. Option C. The slack adjusters automatically loosen under heavy loads. The correct answer is A. Spring brakes do not work on all axles. Losing all air on a steep grade while fully loaded is critical because spring brakes only apply to specific axles, meaning it takes a heavily loaded vehicle a long distance to stop. Question 33. Turn up the volume. You don't want to miss this detail. On large buses, at what pressure is it common for the low-pressure warning devices to signal? Option A. 55 to 65 psi. Option B. 60 to 75 psi. Option C. 80 to 85 psi. The correct answer is C. 80 to 85 psi. Operating a large passenger bus means your low air warning light and buzzer might commonly activate at a higher threshold of 80 to 85 psi. Question 34. Aside from being cooled by air, how else might an air compressor be cooled? Option A. By a dedicated refrigerant line. Option B. By the engine cooling system. Option C. By the alcohol evaporator. The correct answer is B. By the engine cooling system. Checking under the hood reveals that the air compressor can either be air-cooled or integrated into the engine cooling system to prevent overheating. Question 35. This is a hard question. Listen to all the options. Why is manual adjustment of an automatic slack adjuster generally dangerous? Option A. It may give the driver a false sense of security regarding braking effectiveness. Option B. It causes the brake chamber to overpressurize. Option C. It automatically disconnects the ABS sensors. The correct answer is A. It may give the driver a false sense of security regarding braking effectiveness. Using a wrench to tighten an out-of-spec automatic adjuster is dangerous because it generally masks a mechanical problem and gives the driver a false sense of security. Question 36. How do you properly test the low-pressure warning signal? Option A. Shut engine off, leave electrical power on, and step on and off the brake pedal. Option B. Rev the engine to 1500 RPMs while pulling the parking brake. Option C. Drain the air tanks manually from the outside. The correct answer is A. Shut engine off, leave electrical power on, and step on and off the brake pedal. Confirming the dash buzzer works requires you to shut the engine off, keep the electrical power on, and fan the brake pedal to reduce tank pressure. Question 37. Why are air storage tanks designed to hold a large volume of compressed air? Option A. To provide extra weight for the steer axle. Option B. To allow the brakes to be used several times even if the compressor stops. Option C. To keep the brake drums cool during long descents. The correct answer is B. To allow the brakes to be used several times even if the compressor stops. Losing your compressor on the highway is dangerous, but the storage tanks hold enough compressed air to allow you to apply the brakes safely multiple times. Question 38. Beware of the hidden trick in this next question. What happens to the stopping power when you put an older vehicle's front brake limiting valve in the slippery position? Option A. It increases the stopping power. Option B. It cuts the normal air pressure to the front brakes by half. Option C. It disables the rear brakes entirely. The correct answer is B. It cuts the normal air pressure to the front brakes by half. Encountering slippery conditions in a pre-1975 truck might tempt you to use the limiting valve, which actually cuts the air pressure to the front brakes by half, reducing stopping power. Question 39. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. Instead of a yellow diamond-shaped knob, what might control the parking brakes on older vehicles? Option A. A red square button. Option B. A lever or a round blue knob. Option C. A toggle switch on the steering column. The correct answer is B. A lever or a round blue knob. Climbing into the cab of a classic commercial truck, you might find the parking brakes are controlled by a lever or a round blue knob instead of modern yellow valves. Question 40. Focus up. This is a complex scenario. What turns the power screw in air-operated disc brakes? Option A. The brake camshaft. Option B. The brake chamber pressure on the slack adjuster. Option C. The return spring. The correct answer is B. The brake chamber pressure on the slack adjuster. Understanding disc brakes involves knowing that the pressure of the brake chamber acting on the slack adjuster turns the power screw to clamp the rotor. Question 41. Careful driver. This is a classic trap. How do you manually drain the air tanks at the end of the day? Option A. Pressing the brake pedal repeatedly. Option B. Pushing the yellow diamond-shaped knob. Option C. Turning a quarter turn on the valve or pulling a cable. The correct answer is C. Turning a quarter turn on the valve or pulling a cable. At the end of your shift, you must drain the tanks yourself by operating the manual valve, either by turning it a quarter turn or pulling its cable. Failing to manually drain non-automatic tanks leaves harmful water and oil in the system. Question 42. What pumps air into the air storage tanks? Option A. Air compressor. Option B. Governor. Option C. Safety valve. The correct answer is A. Air compressor. During daily operation, the air compressor is responsible for pumping air into the storage reservoirs to ensure the brakes function. It connects to the engine via gears or a V-belt. Question 43. What is the primary purpose of the alcohol evaporator? Option A. To reduce the risk of ice in air brake valves during cold weather. Option B. To clean the internal air lines of oil. Option C. To lubricate the S-cam brake mechanism. The correct answer is A. To reduce the risk of ice in air brake valves during cold weather. Operating in freezing winter conditions requires an alcohol evaporator to introduce alcohol into the system, helping prevent ice buildup that could cause brake failure. Question 44. Careful now. This one is meant to trip you up. If the spring brakes are applied, what should you never do? Option A. Push the brake pedal down. Option B. Turn off the engine. Option C. Pull the parking brake control knob out. The correct answer is A. Push the brake pedal down. Depressing the foot valve while the spring brakes are engaged could cause severe brake component damage due to the combined forces of the springs and the air pressure. Question 45. How do you properly secure a vehicle with a modulating control valve when parking? Option A. Move the control lever halfway to engage the primary circuit. Option B. Move the lever as far as it will go and hold it in place with the locking device. Option C. Push the blue button in and hold for 5 seconds. The correct answer is B. Move the lever as far as it will go and hold it in place with the locking device. Leaving the cab of a vehicle equipped with a dash-mounted modulating valve requires moving the lever as far as it will go and locking it in place. Question 46. Heads up. This is one of the hardest questions on the test. In a dual air brake system, what does the secondary system typically operate? Option A. The trailer brakes exclusively. Option B. The regular brakes on the front axle. Option C. Only the spring brakes. The correct answer is B. The regular brakes on the front axle. Understanding a dual circuit layout means knowing the secondary system is typically responsible for operating the regular brakes on the front axle. Question 47. Don't fall for the obvious answer here. To test the air compressor governor cutout pressure, what should the engine be doing? Option A. Shut off completely. Option B. Idling normally. Option C. Running at a fast idle. The correct answer is C. Running at a fast idle. Verifying the governor cutout requires you to run the engine at a fast idle until the air pressure gauge stops rising around the manufacturer's specified pressure. Question 48. What component directly controls when the air compressor will actively pump air into the storage tanks? Option A. The tractor protection valve. Option B. The air compressor governor. Option C. The safety relief valve. The correct answer is B. The air compressor governor. Maintaining system pressure relies entirely on the air compressor governor, which controls exactly when the compressor will pump air into the tanks. Question 49. This is a tricky one. Listen to all choices carefully. If you are away from your vehicle for only a short time, what must you do? Option A. Leave the engine running to maintain air pressure. Option B. You do not need to use the parking brake. Option C. Apply the parking brakes or chock the wheels. The correct answer is C. Apply the parking brakes or chock the wheels. Stepping out of the driver's seat to quickly check your paperwork still strictly requires applying the parking brakes or chocking the wheels. Question 50. Attention driver. This question is known to be difficult. In a wedge brake system, what pushes the wedge directly between the ends of the two brake shoes? Option A. S-cam. Option B. Brake chamber push rod. Option C. Power screw. The correct answer is B. Brake chamber push rod. Inspecting a wedge brake reveals that the brake chamber push rod shoves the wedge directly between the shoes to force them against the drum. Thanks for watching. Good luck on your CDL exam.